Today, we're here with a very mysterious vehicle. You know, this vehicle, over the last couple of weeks of testing, has become very famous. And, you know, this vehicle actually went down in a cave. You understand? This vehicle specializes in underground exploration. You understand? So, you know, it's a real pleasure to be out here with Pinky, in the flesh, and with Dave, to be able to, you know, interrogate this man about how he's able to explore the underground and come back out unscathed. You understand? So, what's up, Dave, man? It's good to be out here with you.
Good afternoon, folks. How are you doing?
I am here. I am glad to be here. Finally make it out here with Pinky.
Yes,
I get a little drive.
For sure. You
know, I get to hear the LS roar.
Yeah, you don't know.
It's a real pleasure for me to be out here. But yeah, I wanted to ask you, man, you know, because I watched the video on YouTube, and it's funny, my cousin, and Gio was in the workshop. We pull up the video on the YouTube. Yeah. And the three of we was there sitting down watching it. And I remember looking at my cousin's facial expression when the first wheel went down in the cave. So like, my cousin said, yo, how did that feel? Like knowing that your whole pride and joy was on the borderline of jeopardy. Yeah. How did that feel?
That was a crazy feeling. It all happened so fast. We created that trail about 7 years ago, you know. We used to pass that tree and go there. It was always a challenging area, yeah? But that day, Dion went up before me. He had a little issue. So obviously when I went to basically, let's pass through this area. Because you know, Pinky have been up here many times already.
You passed through and ended up sticking in.
Yeah, boy, passed through and then up diving in. Here I tell you, diving in.
Direct.
So that experience was really, it was dramatic at times. It was dramatic at times. As according to what you say, your whole pride and joy, all your investments, you know, turning before you. You know, the vehicle actually was rolling around me while it was keeping focus with where it was going. Where it was going on, keeping conscious of where it was going on. The vehicle actually rolled right away around me. You understand? But it was an experience, boy. When I hit the bottom and I get on, everything settled. I call Dave! Like in frustration, like, what you gonna do though? Yeah, but that was crazy.
Honestly, I to be quite honest with you, I ain't got no cage in my build. Yeah. I can't fathom putting my baby on the top.
Listen,
at all,
I would suggest from the depths of my heart and all the experience that I have, because I've been doing this thing now for a lot of years. 26 years or so I've been off-roading. Yeah. And to be honest, all the vehicles I off-roading, I had a cage in them and I used them all the time. Right. And Pinky has turned over about 3 or 4 times. What? Yeah, for sure. Sheridan, the one at Sheridan. Yeah. And then, you know, other small ones, you know, but and they never changed the body. I never totally wrecked the body that I had to replace or whatever the case. The cage has kept me safe inside. Yeah. And keep the integrity of the body, you know, that structural integrity, you know, outline.
It's good that you say that, because one of my biggest fears, even with my build, you know, we put so much money into these things.
Yeah, lots of money.
A lot of the chassis and body that we using, they're some of the old boys, you understand? And it's not that easy to just get back one and
I totally agree.
Back and that sort of thing, you know. So to really put your vehicle on the line like that, you know, when I watched that video, I had to give my hats off to Dave. I had to say, well, this is a man that does put his money where his mouth is. And the roll cage, as you can see, any off-roaders who watching, you see how important a roll cage is. We see how roll cages operate in rally. We see that man that's going rally, bend corners and fly off of trees and all sort of things. Yeah, for sure. And come back out good. And you see it here with Dave. Dave roll over this whole vehicle topsy-turvy.
Topsy-turvy.
And I'm still here. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Usually a rollover like that, I mean, I've seen rollovers like that at events. Yeah. And man, that took men off of the road for a long time. Yeah. You understand?
I drove the same day the rollover. I beat the hill again after I get out. I beat the hill again. Went down and pulled up Dion, give him some assistance because he had an issue with his drive shaft. Right. And then we still continue before the shoot that we was doing. I still did some road shots after the turnover with no windshield, etc. Oh man. The vehicle just
make it look pretty, man. You make it look pretty, you know.
It's really awesome to drive.
All right. No, one of the other questions I wanted to really ask you, you know, as a fellow off-roader, you know, as a man who builds insane, I always wonder from in my workshop sitting down, what were some of your hardest moments piecing this whole puzzle together? You know, like, what were some of them moments that made you tell yourself, cheese on, baby? You know, because I had a few, as you would know. You know,
for sure. Well, to be honest, all over Pinky has been modified. So there been so much challenges. Well, I don't even refer to them as challenges because I love what I do. We take pride in Pinky's a joy to work on regardlessly, you know? So whenever we was faced with an obstacle, all who in the workshop, we would all come together. Because although I would say I built Pinky, all the heads that's been in the workshop, OffRoad Junkies workshop, come together and really built Pinky. Because we really had some times where we had to figure out stuff, you know? And make sure you get everything to work. Cause packaging is everything. You know, sometimes you gotta definitely see outside the box. Cause sometimes where the standard configuration will put you, you have to be able to see when you cut that away, if you will get what you want, how you can reinforce it back again. You know, all of that stuff.
You know, I think that was one of the most important things I learned from watching your journey. In my own ways, like I always realized, a lot of times I called you and you would have told me, man, you gotta think outside the box. And I realized a lot of times where I was stuck, I just listen back to Dave saying, man, think outside the box. And, you know, you eventually come up with a solution that end up teaching you new things, making you explore new horizons.
Every day.
So this is one of the things I really love about this build, is that it challenges your imagination. As a person who loves vehicles.
10,000 times.
You know,
10,000 times.
Because, I mean, there ain't nothing on this thing named standard.
Nothing.
At all. You know what I'm saying? Like,
nothing named standard.
I mean, we got the Vitara shells, but you know, everything else is just ingenuity. You understand? That's one of the things that I love about having a really good off-road build. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know if we want to take a look at some of the things here, but one of the things that I wanted to ask you about as well, since we're on the topic of thinking outside the box, is your 4-link suspension. I see you got at the back, you got links at the back and you got links at the front. And you know me, I'm now putting together my 4-link, trying to get things happen on my end. One of the things I realized about your van, why are the links outside of the chassis? Like, what's up with that? Because for me, I mean, when we go to do the 4-link, it's in there, you know, it's inside. You know what I'm saying? Like, as it usually would be. But I come and look at yours, I realize my man got boxing outside the chassis, links running outside, so, and I just want to know, like, what's your whole thought process behind that?
Right, from my years of experience, a lot of research and all on the forums, on the internet, etc. There's calculations that you need to achieve to build a really strong 4-link, because it's that triangle, that pyramid look you're trying to get. So you need that. Those top links have to give you that angle to give you that stability that front can't move from there. When that pivot there, that front can't move. Some chassis, if you put it within the chassis, the angles aren't great enough to give you the stability you need. So you will find the vehicle still being able to sway or move due to the fact that the triangulation is not as good as it's supposed to be.
Should be.
Why did the triangulation? For instance, let me give you this example. Put your 2 feet close in. Right. If I give you a push like that, you see how you fall there? Picture that at a small angle. If you widen your feet now, so this is coming out outside the chassis or in the area. If I push you, you got a greater force there standing up. So even in our simple analogy there, you can see where it's. So the close you can, so the close means inside the chassis, and wide means outside the chassis. So you got more stability and support pretty much to give you. That's why I'm outside the chassis, as you mentioned.
Well, I would say that is the definition of thinking outside the box. You know what I'm saying? That really is the definition of thinking outside the box. So, one of the other things that I wanted to ask you about your vehicle is, your steering. I find your steering to be very peculiar. You understand?
Yes, it is.
It reminds me of an old Massey Ferguson.
Yes.
You understand? It reminds me of like, my father got some tractors there in the yard and thing.
Yeah,
it looked like a tractor, man.
Good. The tractor aspect of it, the reason you will link it as the tractor aspect is because it's hydraulic steering, full hydraulic. It doesn't carry any direct linkages to the steering box. It's fluid control. You know, your valve body in the steering, the orbiter, etc. So you will definitely get a little something. That's why most vehicles that have full hydraulic steer is considered not really highway use, but still it's safe. You know?
How does it feel like when you get the vehicle into a position where, you know, the front is under load and you trying to trying to push through?
Not a problem at all.
It's a lot easier.
Yeah, it's a lot easier. I can lay it on my side with Pinky and turn the steering and push the body pretty much off the, a little lift off the ground.
That's
it's
crazy.
Easy to a child could steer Pinky with his one hand. It's easy to drive. Full hydraulic is the way to go when you have especially 4-link suspension and link suspension in period. Due to the fact that you're able to flex more. So the solid links doesn't really allow you sometimes to get you all the effects that you need. And especially if you want to put your wheels projecting over your chassis to give you that approach angle that all of us guys need at some point in time when we do some trailing and stuff. You really need to have that approach angle down packed. So sometimes we bring forward the wheels and increase the wheelbase and, you know, just to upgrade the van. So when you have to bring forward the differentials to increase the wheelbase, the solid link steering affects you there also. You understand? Because you obviously got to come down from the pitman, the steering box, pitman arm, drag link, etc. You know?
Yeah, that make a lot of sense. That make a lot of sense. I for one, I'm a big fan of the hydraulic steering, especially your setup there. And I see off-road junkies using that setup in
because
in other vehicles.
It is a no-brainer. We got a couple of bills in the shop right now. We got Poison Ivy. We got Venom. Thunder has it as well. A lot of the guys has it. It's the easiest solution when you're fabricating at this stage.
Right, and you said driving on the road is still okay.
It's still okay. It's not like, it's not
no big hullabaloo.
It's no big hullabaloo. I drive my vehicle on a regular basis through the streets of Barbados. You know, going from either trail to, or some days I just use it just to, you know, just get around.
No, one of the other things I'm looking at too with your van is how did you approach, because you said everything is modified. How did you approach the fuel situation? How is your fuel setup run? Like, are you running the standard Tara fuel tank?
No. I actually fabricated a custom tank from aluminium by OffRoad Junkies for that vehicle. You know? So we do a lot of aluminium work at OffRoad Junkies. We actually, since we've been doing so much aluminium work at OffRoad Junkies, we even created another business opportunity called Everything Aluminium, where we fabricate, once it's aluminium, we fabricate it to the max.
Well, you guys heard it there for yourself. You know, you could go and check there for that aluminium work.
Sometimes guys pop in at us any unknown hours. If you're up to it, we would probably take them on or help them out.
So sometimes you give them on a blight.
Sometimes give them on a blight. Because in this world, you never know when you will want to blight. And sometimes guys come in all sorts of situations and we just try our best to help out.
With a build like this, you know that's something that a lot of people don't really study. People just think it's like, or you buy parts and the parts can just magically come together.
Everything you have to.
One of the most important aspects of a proper off-road build, I would say, is the labor.
The labor.
You understand?
The labor. Good labor is hard. It's hard to find.
Hard to come.
A guy with a welding plant may be able to weld something for you or whatever. But in that welding something for you, he have the position wrong. He does something that's not really, you know, compatible with the whole articulation and the whole build.
It's kind of like when you building these things, you almost becoming an engineer basically.
Pretty much.
Because you're
a lot
dealing
of stuff
with
have to work together.
A lot
of physics. A lot of physics involved.
So that's one of the most interesting parts about being an off-roader is that I never set out to really be a mechanic. You know, I never did set out to be anything like that. But truly, fact that I love the sport so much, I just find myself.
Yeah, you have to because it's tons of different stages of modification involved. So if you have to go out, and everybody can bring the vehicle to OffRoad Junkies and do a complete build or whatever the case is, then everybody can do that. So sometimes you build at different stages,
different levels.
at different levels of the build. So sometimes you do some modifications probably this year. You do a little piece at the later stage. Sometimes you have two in between there that's pretty close in succession. And you can't always be, you know, looking to go through these spending episodes because if you're not sure what you're doing from the beginning, you can definitely go down the rabbit hole.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely go down the rabbit hole.
And the rabbit hole is deep.
The rabbit hole is very deep.
It's deep, you know.
It welcomes you.
I think that one of the good things about this conversation here, it needed to happen.
Yeah,
because
for sure.
I love that people could see the perspective of, you know, me who is a person who like now coming into the off-road, and I would say my off-roading career or life is fairly young, and then being able to talk to somebody who is like a veteran in the thing, you know.
Yeah, for
like,
sure.
I always hold a lot of respect for you as a serious character in the off-road world. And this build here, I mean, is mind-blowing.
Yeah,
you understand? And it's something that I definitely aspire to every day going about my day-to-day process of building my van. I aspire to become like a lot like this. Because I don't plan on selling the Red Lux. So,
no. So how is your build coming though? What stage? I know you've been having a little challenges, breaking some stuff sometimes.
Yeah.
So you got that rectified?
So, well, I've been taking my licks. You understand? And it's probably due to because of how I like to drive the van. I like to have fun. And you know that having fun comes at a cost.
A cost.
You understand? You would know that, right?
For sure.
So for me, I'm at the stage now where the van is built, but like I gotta drive the van and really test the van out to see what it is that works and what don't work. So right now I got driveline issues, and the 4-link suspension is supposed to help stabilize a good part of that driveline.
Definitely.
My drive shaft keeps smacking my gearbox and my center bearing every time I apply the torque. So the 4-link now.
Are you working with the V8, right?
Yes, I got the one UZFE in it.
Wow.
You understand? And
V8 is the way to go though.
It is. And it sounds lovely.
Yes.
It sounds lovely.
I haven't had the opportunity to even, you got another new V8 member in the crew right now. Our own boy Fuse. Yeah, Fuse going V8 now as well. And that is going to be so crazy. I can't even believe it, actually.
You won't say that the V8 is a very rare song in Barbados, in this part of the world.
Of course.
You know, like, because we don't live in America.
Yeah, most time you hear V8, it sounds foreign. You gotta
different.
Look around.
You gotta look around.
Yeah, you
know what I mean? Like, when you hear this start, it's like, what is that? You know? So, I like the V8. I love the power. I find that the V8 is also a very reliable configuration.
Very reliable.
You understand?
Listen, years ago, I don't know if you know Rama, but Rama was into the V6s and the V8s before me for sure. That is the first V8 I ever really had in an off-road vehicle. We used to go and find V8s that was in cars sitting down for a decade in the bush. And we would get them start within the day and put them in his vehicle and just flog from there.
Real cowboy style.
Real cowboy style. Just flog from there. They don't die. They don't die. It got a real unique sound. The power is just unbelievable. That low-end torque is just unbelievable. Yeah,
that's what I love about it, you know. Like, you know me, I am a man who I like off-roading. I also like fast cars too. You know, so being able to have an off-road vehicle that when I out on the road, I could still break traction and, you know, I could still, you know, have a little fun.
A motorhead will always be a motorhead. I will race a cockroach.
Yeah. You understand? So,
listen, I used to, as a boy, I used to have, obviously, chores, cutting the lawn, etc. I would got my lawnmower rigged, right? Listen, I think you saw it can blow up every time. My father want to know what's going on with the lawnmower.
Direct.
What's going on with the lawnmower?
No, we love this thing for sure. Like I said, guys, it's a pleasure coming out here being able to talk about Pinky at this length, being able to have this conversation from a young off-roader to an experienced off-roader, you know, like, I'm just happy to be out here today. So, you know, Dave, thanks a lot, man.
Yeah.
Thanks
Cheers.
for everything.
Yeah, respect, man.
Yes, it's good to hear your input, man.
Yeah, man, we're going to take a little spin now.
Well, I like that.
Yeah,
we take a little stroll in the machine.
Yeah. So what are you doing now? You busy?
I ain't got nothing to do, so I tell myself I can just move with you.
Right.
You
Well, let me go there.
You can't bring all this up here and then don't feel it, you know.
I totally agree.
You know
well, let me get these chairs up.
Right, correct.
Yeah, give it back to this belongs to my guy here. Yeah, man. So I guess after such a good conversation, the best thing we could do here now, as we done discussed, take a little drive, see how the machine feel. Nothing too crazy, you know, no caves, no, nothing like that.
100%. Not underground this time, though.
Not undergrounds. There we go, Powa.
All right. As y'all can see, any proper off-road vehicle takes 1 to 2 business days to enter.
You alright, Powa?
I come in there.
Cha.
I get in there.
All right, let me help you, man.
We there.
Yeah.
We there. It's choosing. It's one on choosing on right.
Choosing.
Yeah. I didn't want to see what they're doing now.
Come on, man.
I didn't want to see it. It's still how they did it. That's what they want to see. Yo. Let's see this. What?
V8 just like a hill, man.
Yeah. I think V8's got space in the arena too.
VS is dominate the Americans.
Yeah.
Yeah, VS is dominate the Americans.
Correct.
As you know, I had a V6 before this 8 here.
Yeah.
And it was awesome for its time, but I had got into the stage where I just needed more power.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just needed more, man. I thought about supercharging the V6. I thought about turbocharging the V6, rebuilding it. I think about everything that guys just do to get more power.
Yeah.
And the only thing that made sense was to put in a V8.
Yeah. So you still keep your old engine?
Pardon me?
You still kept your old engine?
No, a guy Jason.
So you sold it?
Yeah, he sold it off to him.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't deal with it. You know I had it at 2.8. So I couldn't deal with that anymore, man.
I know.
That was big.
Yeah, the 2.8 is...
It's terrible. It's real terrible.
Well, it's real scenes, yeah. Yeah, so how was the trip this far? Are we still heading up?
I like it. The van, it's stable.
Yeah.
It's stable, you know what I'm saying? So I really like that. And to drive from boggers and still be so stable is not really a common thing, I would say. You know what I'm saying? The van feel real good though.
Yeah, man. Those tires are really, really old. That was about 14 years of ownership there.
Yeah, I still trying to come to grips with what you're telling me. Because
real thing.
14 years of time is a lot.
Study it, right? Pinky never had on the editors on it before,
besides boggers.
Besides boggers. Yeah, the only thing I restaurants and tires just for a couple of days when they did the event the other day. I just put on a little small wheel, still 40, at least a 40 or so. Yeah. Just to come down to the grouping, you know?
Yeah. Well, one thing I would say, what I like is the amount of power and torque that you got. Like I was telling you in the van, the power to weight ratio.
Yeah.
You know, I like that.
It's come on smooth. It just feels smooth.
Yeah. Transmission smooth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like the van is starting, when you put down the power, the van is squat back and sit up on the road nice and yeah, I like that.
Well, yeah, it's really a pleasure to drive, to be honest. Really a pleasure to drive. I wasn't expecting to have so much technology in the upgrade or the next level of Pinky.
Yeah.
But everything just happened to fall in my direction.
But the thing is, you would have come up in a time where, like, all this is we would call easy now, right? But you come up in off-roading in a time where back then this would have been a dream.
A dream,
you
for
know
sure.
like,
You get a samurai, you try to get a spring over on it,
yeah.
well, let the back diff, and you're good
You
to
go.
go.
Clear, you know what I mean?
Bro.
So,
Can't stop home at all.
Yeah,
No?
like, even look at you dash.
Yeah.
Like,
It's a whole another, like just the other day I was telling you, I had a problem on my dash. It was just doing a little freeze up.
yeah, yeah.
So I ain't no techie.
Right, you're right.
I get on the phone and call up those guys at Powa Powa Digital Dash.
Yeah.
Those guys, I just hooked up, had asked me if I can get the dash to connect to Wi-Fi.
Right.
It was giving us a little headache, so he told me what I can do to get access to get a hard plugging port. This is a hard wire. I take it from the modem inside the office.
Yeah.
Come and plug it in the back of the dash.
Yeah.
Do some screen share or some easy dash, easy dash or something.
Yeah.
Some connection or some form the guys use. Next minute the guys take over my computer. I see the guy mouse moving, the screen doing all kind of thing. He may fix that thing in one. Tell me, just hold on a bit. You're gonna reboot shortly, and it was good to go ever since.
And back in the day, I guess too, something like that would have cost you.
Oh no,
arms and legs.
I would not even had fathomed that I would have that amount of technology working with for something that I off-roading with.
Yeah, direct.
To start with, that would be my daily driver.
Yeah.
My daily
For
driver.
sure.
But not my off-road vehicle.
Yeah, I like to see how things like evolve, and I kind of glad too that I come up in this time now.
Yeah.
Because for me, to try to replicate some of these things and do these things, the process is a bit easier. You got few more things to your hand.
Yeah, a few more things to your hand. And the internet is good and bad.
Yeah.
And when you can order stuff now, you ain't everybody's backyard.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
You can find a video or some sort of research, some sort of information that puts you almost right there when you're trying to get information or fabricate something, you know? So,
yeah,
it's
we
really
in the age
awesome.
of information.
In the age of information.
Yeah, in the off-roading times is a benefit for real. But
so I really look forward to some better days when all the guys come out, you know. I really like a lot of challenge events as well.
Yeah.
I'm more into challenge events, but we are supposed to be heading down to St. Lucia in February to do some event down there, some driving and really taking that culture.
Yeah.
Their independence is really be a buying in
I
February.
know.
A lot of guys from here goes down, all the bike guys, the sound
Lucians
guys.
take the independence thing
On another level.
real serious.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They don't play with it. So I like that.
Yeah.
You know, it would be nice. I can't wait to see a lot of the content that can come out from St. Lucia too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I know people can be out there, you know, doing the do.
Right.
You got these type of vehicles out there.
Yeah.
You know, the content can be next level. You know?
I'm looking forward to it, man. We can have obviously our camera guy on board, shot by Gio. Gio is touring with us this toss again because he did it last year.
I was wondering if he can just.
Yes. He's definitely making the trip this there.
Yeah.
We must bring that good content back to the people.
Yeah. Gio,
And he's doing a fantastic
it'd be good
job
to
right
see
now.
Gio face sometimes.
Well, I don't know. We can go to have the camera then. We can go and get the camera and do the return recording.
Yeah,
You know?
you on side. No, you're right. But driving with Pinky today, I must say, I had a good day. This met my Sunday, you know?
For sure.
You managed to get me out the workshop from working for my
I
machine.
gotta try to drive myself at the workshop too.
Yeah.
Because you know the workshop life is always something going on, something always happening. The guys passing through a
I
project
sleeping
doing.
in there at this point. I know put a fridge in there and thing on mine.
You understand?
Yeah. You understand?
Yeah, so I gotta get up to your workshop. I haven't been up there since eons. I don't know if you're gonna get there today or not, but your vehicle is down at OffRoad Junkies right now anyway. So
man,
I don't know if I can.
Trust me, one of these days, we got organized and you come up top.
I take a little
cool out. We shoot some little content and hold a little cool out and
for sure. Cool out is always nice.
But I think that the off-road community now in these times we need to put a lot of the politics aside and things.
For sure, man.
We need to leave back a lot of the drama.
We got so much people that don't really inject die-hard goodness into the sport, always ready to tear down, stop a lot of people from building vehicles because of the whole. It's rough. It's rough. Rough. I mean, I always try to keep the arena, always try to stimulate. That was my main purpose for doing a lot of things, you know?
Yeah, but if I didn't have...
Stimulate the arena, man.
If I didn't have guys like you and some other guys too, like Goose and them, so man, if I wasn't around certain people,
for sure.
I wouldn't have had that inspiration.
That's good.
Because you would tell yourself that is unattainable.
Right.
You understand? But guys like you who got experience in the game and who's still trying to push the thing, they would show people that even if you don't have a machine, that you could get there and it's a process. It ain't that we just wake up one day
no,
I had the Red Lux park up there completely done. That ain't it at all. Yeah. It ain't that he wake up one day and had Pinky just there cooling.
For sure, for
you
sure.
know, it's a lot of trials and tribulations, but if you really love the sport and you got a passion for the sport, the process is it becomes something that you fall in love with.
Yeah,
right?
For sure.
Yeah. So.
All right, Gio. I'm looking forward for some development for me forwards in the island pretty soon.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I can be doing a lot of content.
So you interested in events as well, or?
Yeah, I interested in events. You know what I'm saying?
How that's beating off some things.
I just gotta try to not break things so much.
Right.
See what my pockets can handle.
I always tell you to just oversize a bit. Don't go back in the same. Don't look for Toyota stuff.
Yeah.
You know? Don't do that. Don't look for Toyota. So you gotta go sometimes over your bracket to be in a nice safe zone.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. Yeah. I mean, I changed my rear diff, right?
Yeah.
And like I tell you, I went with Yukon.
Right.
And I ain't had no diff problem since I went with the Yukon. I changed from the regular Toyota ring and pinion to the Yukon one, which is bigger and more meatier.
Yeah.
And I ain't had no problem since then and things. So I think building an off-road vehicle, you just gotta compensate when it comes to using stock parts. Definitely. Stock parts were made for a purpose.
Yes.
From the minute you modify this vehicle, you've changed that whole purpose. You understand?
That load bearing point.
Yeah, and the manufacturers know what they're doing. So when people would say, Hilux is the most reliable pickup.
Yeah.
It can only be the most reliable pickup if you left it stock.
Yeah.
Right? But when you start to change up things, I know trying to get back to reliability. You know what I'm saying? Because I tell you, guy, every 2 weeks I'm breaking up saying it's not reliable.
No.
Right? That's the opposite of reliable. So for me, since I changed so many things, I now gotta fight to get back to reliability.
You do go through a shake-off period where all the components that's not up to the task or can't handle the music.
Yeah, they were shed.
You know, but that process should not last too long in one area.
Yeah.
That process is supposed to happen, even if it happens twice in one area, that's the max. Yeah. But whenever we have a failure, you gotta look for the next best thing.
You gotta nip it in the bud and upsize.
Yeah.
So, like I said, it's a process.
It is.
It's a process.
Anyhow, let's continue to head up.
Yeah, man. Let's be forward up the road. Yeah, man. We're moving forward here, man. Thank you very much, man.
Yeah, man. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, boy. Yeah.
What I mean? Again?
Think you want me talk?
Oh.
I take the mic off.
Alright, Gio, I got that out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna forget that again, Gio.
Yeah. Now when me start yapping.
Yeah. Get your yapping on. Yeah, it's good, man. I always like to take a drive through the country.
Yeah.
Once I'm machine working, I don't have to do a big off-road day to go and,
man.
you know, just cruising.
A nice cruise is always heartfelt.
Yeah, man. We been out on Tuesday last, on 21st. We started, we went down St. Lucie. We passed by the gathering.
Oh, this when they had the tree burning thing and all that?
Yeah, we ended up there afterwards.
Right, yeah.
That was in Long Pond.
Right, yeah.
Long Pond.
Yeah.
Tree burning was in Long Pond, you know, so.
I wanted to make it there, but you don't know. Machine down, so I feel bad if I can't.
Yeah, honestly, when it was down, the guys just turned me off all the time, man. I can't get me on the shop.
Yeah, you know,
like that.
Yeah.
But the best thing for me to do is sacrifice and bury myself in work, regardless if it's pinky or otherwise, so you can get closer to getting out.
Yeah, it's true.
You know? I just feel real stupid going and do work. I know that I can be getting pinky a little further.
Correct.
I think so. I used to opt for doing a lot of work, man.
Yeah.
They come off and like me with the guys that their vehicles up.
Aren't they? You just feel
away. They're still down.
You just feel away, boy.
Yeah, boy.
I said, I got man every weekend calling me, man. The rain falling, you know.
So you still actively working on your build now or not?
Yeah. So I'm working with NGS Fabrication on the 4-link.
Right.
And I basically put E in charge of straightening that whole drive. Right. Because I want the pinion angle proper. I want the center bearing setup to be proper, and you know the 4-link and everything.
Right.
I feel like once that done, which we should finish that within like a week or two.
Okay.
Once that done, van should be a lot more stable, and it shouldn't be off the road so much.
Right.
In the gearbox now, I had break up my throat bearing, flat like a pancake, and banner. So I changed that to hydraulic throat bearing, and they got that coming in this week. So yeah, man, just these little things day by day, knocking off piece by piece, you know. The back road.
I'll show how the road is, though. That corner to Nova in it.
Boy, that hurt enough, man. Hey, there, boy. Enough, man, be wrecking here, boy. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah.
So I look forward to some good days.
Yeah.
Or some better days, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm glad for this experience out to really spend the afternoon, taking a little spin out with you.
Yeah,
having a little interview, conversation. You know, that was pretty good.
Yeah. I think we had a good day, man.
Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that.
Likewise, man. Likewise.
Yeah.